Hello again, Vinyl Community. It's Matt here, and got another little stack of mail that arrived. Oops, I didn't realize I had so much coming, but there you go. I guess there are a couple of things I ordered from Instagram. Record stores that were selling records on Instagram, and I think there might be one or two eBay ones in here as well. Plus, I've got another record to show you. So, let's start off with the other record. Actually, it's probably easiest. So. This last weekend, Gregory Short and I went to Barnes & Noble, and it was sort of a funny thing because we'd intended to go to a record store. Record store turned out to be closed, and so we decided to have some lunch, and that took forever because I thought places were open for dining again, or at least limited capacity sort of thing. But it took us several restaurants before we found one that was open. So anyway, we ended up at Olive Garden. Take it or leave it sort of thing, but that's where we ended up. And yeah, but that was nice. And then we went to Barnes & Noble, which I knew would be open, and of course they do have a record section. I was hoping they might have a sale on. You remember several months ago, end of last year, early this year, they had that 50% off sale. So that's what I was hoping, but they didn't. But well, Greg found a few 50% off records, but those were just kind of leftovers from the previous sale. But anyway, I did find a record that I've been wanting, and I'd seen it in Barnes & Noble before, months ago, before we were all quarantined or whatnot, and I kind of had regretted not buying it, and so we were in there. I went and looked for it, and they still had it, and that is America, the Collection 50th Anniversary Edition, and it's a double album. It's a Barnes & Noble exclusive. You can get it on CD too. I'm not too sure what makes it exclusive. Maybe the vinyl is what makes it exclusive. But yeah, it's a 2-disc set, and there's the back. Sorry for the glare right there. It's got all the the big hits: Horse with No Name, Ventura Highway, Sister Golden Hair, Daisy Jane, I Need You, all the big classics. And I did have this, or rather I do have the greatest hits album that came out in the 70s, but I don't know, I just wanted this. Funnily enough, I don't think this sounds as good. Like the audio quality, it was good, it was very clean. I just didn't think it was as warm. Anyway, I have something coming up that might address that, but that's for another video. So very pleased to grab that. And it was a pretty good price. So it's $32, which, is a little pricey, but on eBay it tends to go for at least $40. And I guess because it's an exclusive, I don't know how limited it is, like how many copies were pressed, but yeah, very, very excited to get that. I love America. I really, they're a band that, I knew of, and I knew one or two songs before I got back into vinyl, but I didn't know a lot of the songs. And for example, Sister Golden Hair, hadn't heard it until a few years ago and was blown away by it. Absolutely, one of my favorite songs from the 70s now. And I think part of that is that, A Horse with No Name was a pretty big hit in the UK, and of course I grew up in the UK, but that might have been their only hit. Sister Golden Hair didn't even chart, I don't think. And so plus it's a decade almost before my time. So I just don't have that. I didn't grow up with them, so I don't have that nostalgia and whatever. So they were a band that I very much had to kind of discover since I got back into vinyl. And again, I knew a couple of the songs, but nothing else. And yeah, I heard Sister Golden Hair one day on the 70s channel on XM radio, back when I had XM radio in the car. Car doesn't have it anymore, but that was on an older car. And yeah, I since then I was just like, yeah. And I discovered quite a few songs that way, that I didn't know, songs that were hits in the US but either passed me by or weren't hits in the UK, like Tommy James, Dragging the Line. Loved that song. Had never heard it before until it came on that 70s channel one time. So I don't know, it's a good, channels like that are a good source of discovering songs that, new old songs, you know what I mean? Songs from back in the day, but you might not have heard before. All right, enough of my rambling. Let's get into this little stack here. And I honestly, it's a little bit embarrassing, I can't remember what everything is. I think I know what one of the items is, and that is, I think this one, because it came here. I'll hide my address. It came airmail right there, and it's I think I know what it is. It got stuck in a city that's like 15 minutes from here. It's been stuck there for like 5 days, and I don't know what happened. Maybe that isn't it though, because that was supposed to be sent FedEx, so I don't know. But sometimes I think FedEx hands packages off, don't they, to USPS, or maybe? I don't know. We're gonna find out in just a moment. Let's get into it, and let's have a look. Boy, this doesn't want to open. Jeez. Let's get in there. Sorry. I should probably speed this bit of the video up, but you know. Alright, here we go. So this is... Oh, okay, not what I thought it was going to be, but anyway. Look Sharp by Roxette. This is an eBay purchase. It was around $25, which isn't a bad price for this, actually. It's supposed to be in EX condition, which I would agree with the sleeve. The record was packaged outside of the sleeve, which I always appreciate. Doesn't usually matter, but looks nice. Looks pretty flat. Yeah, very nice indeed. And this wasn't their first album, but it was the first album that kind of made them big in the UK, certainly. So you've got several of the early hits on here, like The Look. I think Listen to Your Heart's on here as well. Let me just double check that. I'm pretty sure it is. Listen to Your Heart, Dress for Success, Dangerous. So yeah, Roxette. I do have the 45 of The Look, but yeah, it's always nice to pick up the album. All right, next one. This came from, let me see. This must have been an eBay purchase. I don't remember. Oh boy, you know it's bad, isn't it? You know it's bad. I kind of went a little bit crazy in May, having not bought that much in April, actually. But you know, you start to kind of get that, I don't know, itchy fever sort of thing. You want to go to a record store, but of course, wasn't really able to. So let's have a look in here. Oh, okay, this is the one that got stuck. Okay, and it's Empire of the Sun. Yeah. Actually, no, you know what? This isn't the one that got stuck. I'll tell you about that in a second. Empire of the Sun, Walking on a Dream. When I went to the Rat Hole, oh, when was that? 2 weeks ago, something like that, or a bit like 10 days ago, maybe. And I almost bought this, but they wanted like $33 or $36 for it or something. And I got this for, with shipping, I want to say it was about $20. So, still sealed, brand new. Couldn't go wrong. All right, next up, this came from Factory Records. So this was a an Instagram buy. I don't remember what I bought, but I remember it was an Instagram buy. And, it might be 2 records actually. Let's see. And again, you know, as I mentioned before, because record stores haven't been able to open, what some of them have been doing is selling online. They probably used Facebook for it as well. I'm sure they have, but Instagram is where I've made several purchases. And let's have a look here. Factory Records was one like Permanent Records, which this one here is from Permanent Records. We'll see what's in there in a second too. You know, they set a price, they post it on their Instagram, and sort of first come first serve type of thing. Whoever jumps in and claims it. And then they'll send you payment instructions, usually PayPal. All right, what do we get here? Oh, yeah, this was quick. I only just paid this a couple of days ago. So I picked up 2 things here. Spent a little more than I should have done on these, but anyway. First up is Kingdom Come. I think it's self-titled, right? I'm pretty sure it is, yeah. Now, I actually already have this, but this is an upgrade copy. Like, mine is pretty worn and beat up. This one's still in the shrink. Let's just see what the record looks like. It's pretty good. Very nice. Definitely all around in excellent condition. Of course, the big hit on this was, let me see. What Love Can Be. That was at least I think that was the big hit, right? So, nice to get an upgrade copy of that. And it wasn't, I want to say it was, I think it was $12, which isn't too bad. And I then picked up another album right here, and that is UB40, Labor of Love. And this is the one, of course, with Red Red Wine on it. What else is on here? Oh, Cherry Oh Baby, that was a hit. Many Rivers to Cross is on here too. It's interesting. Yeah. So this was more. I kind of overpaid for this, to be honest. It was $17, but you know, sometimes with these Instagram sales, you get a little bit excited, and it happens on eBay sometimes too, where you stick in a bid and you sort of know you shouldn't have done. And that's a little bit the case with this. It's in very nice condition. It is still in the shrink. 17 is I don't know. I mean, it's not terrible, but anyway, last item in here. And yeah, this one came from Permanent Records. So I've had, oh, it would help if I open it the right way, wouldn't it? This, like I said, I've had a few, I think it's maybe the third thing I bought from them. Still can't remember what it was. So again, they included the, this like punk comic magazine thing, which they did last time as well. And, oh yeah, oh, I forgot all about this. It's Stevie Wonder Greatest Hits Volume 2. I do have, I have the anthology on Motown. Well, I guess this is on Motown too, yeah, Tamla. But it doesn't have a few of the tracks that are on here. At least I don't think it does. So, yeah, let's have a look here. I mean, if it turns out it does have all of them, then maybe I won't keep this. But very nice condition indeed on the Tamla label right there. So this came out in late 70s maybe. Oh, 71. Okay. I thought it was later than that because it has We Can Work It Out on it, which I thought was obviously later than it was. So there we go. Yeah, Stevie Wonder's take on the the Beatles classic. So yeah, I have the anthology. I'll dig it out. Hang on. It's back here. So now I'm kind of curious. Maybe every single track's on here, which would be a little bit embarrassing. But like I said, you kind of jump on these. This doesn't appear to have We Can Work It Out on there, if nothing else. So I think it does. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how many tracks are. If it's just that one track, I don't know. Can I justify keeping it for that? I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. All right. That's it. I didn't expect all those to come today.